Hey guys, I'm Shay and welcome to my cave. So I just finished the Boundless yesterday, and I have to say this is probably one of the most unique books I've ever read. So The Boundless is about a boy who is traveling across the country on the longest train in the world. This train is appropriately called the Boundless, and it's like 7 miles long or something like that. It's huge. So this boy Will has this passion for drawing, and he met this girl 3 years earlier, and she's part of this circus, and for the last 3 years he hasn't been able to get her out of his head. So what happens while he's on this train is he ends up seeing her performing in this circus act that she's a part of. So now he is trying to look for her. He is up in first class and she is way back past third class in the circus cars. So while he is searching for her, he witnesses a murder. And of course, the murderer sees him witnessing this murder. The murderer witnesses Will witnessing him murdering this guy. Pretty much for the rest of the book, Will is trying to get away from this murderer that witnessed him Yeah. And of course during this he finds the girl, and now she, along with the ringmaster of the circus, are helping him evade this murderer that is now after him. So all this is happening, and it's this really incredible, charming steampunk style book. There was definitely some fantastical sense to it, even though it was a pretty realistic book. I mean, it wasn't like there were fairies and magic and wizards and stuff. It was just humans, and then there was just randomly these Sasquatches, and there was mention of Wendigos, and there's this overarching supernatural feel to this book. I noticed throughout the whole book that the author is really good at just sentence structure. He has this way of just knitting the sentences together, making them perfectly create an image in my head, almost like I was watching a movie, and I always love when a book can do that. I also really liked that each character in the book had a purpose. They all had almost ulterior motives throughout the book, and it was really cool. Even the smaller characters, they were all pretty deep characters, and I really liked that, especially Will. And with him being the main character, you always want them to be the most well-rounded character, and I feel like that was definitely there. This whole story was really well written and really well told. I don't feel like there was any part that was just clunky or that I didn't really follow very well. I don't feel like there was any part in the book where I was not really that interested. It was very fast-paced. There was always something going on, and that's what I really love that in a book. I don't like books that just kind of waste time or have scenes that aren't integral to the plot. And even the scenes that didn't seem like it at the time, everything was tied together in the end, and that's always a good thing. This book did read probably middle grade. There was some swearing in it, but it wasn't hard to read, and it wasn't overtly intricate in the way that wording wise. But I mean, it was amazing. I really liked this one, and I could see this becoming one of my favorites. Overall, I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. There wasn't really anything that I had a problem with in it. There wasn't anything that really bothered me. I liked all the characters. I loved the plot. I loved the description of the train. Everything about it was just really cool. So I would definitely recommend this to you guys if you like realistic fiction with a bit of fantasy, or steampunk. I don't really know what time period it was set in, but it's definitely set in an earlier time period than now. Alright, that's it for my review. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you next time. Bye! So The Boundless is about... witnesses him witnessing the murder taking place. That was definitely